So what you been up to, Miljenko from Steelheart?
Matijevic, yeah.
Matijevic.
Well, we've been working our ass off. Right now, we're just getting ready to do some shows and then focusing on getting a real tour and getting out there and just making noise, getting this whole thing up and running again after all these years and just getting it cranking.
So new album, Good to Be Alive. It's very heavy. What took you that approach?
It just it's just what came through. It's just what I've been feeling. I was feeling that energy, and it just kind of cranked.
Mm-hmm.
And what's the word? I don't do what I try to follow trends. It just whatever comes through. When it comes through, I go with. If the energy's right and it's honest, I'm in.
I tell you, man, it's a great album.
Thank you very much.
Very good album. Your vocal range is so huge. What do you do to keep it in shape so much?
Oh, my voice. Well, it's like, a lot of water, a lot of tea, a lot of honey, no alcohol, no drugs. Once in a while you get a little buzzed, which I enjoy, but good scotch,
Mm-hmm.
And basically just, baby it. I mean, I just been babying it, and it's still, after singing a lot, you got to just not sing for a couple of days, and it's just constant care, man. It really is constant care. I mean, that's all it is, especially as you're getting older, you know what I mean? You always got to keep it up and keep singing.
Right.
So, no abuse, so to speak,
That's good. You're keeping healthy these days?
Always, yeah. You have to.
That's good.
You got to be in shape to survive the journey.
In 2001, how did you get your lead vocals onto Chris Easy Cole's Steel Dragon? How did you get that job? They just came up to you and said?
Yeah, actually, Tom Werman, the producer that I did the second album with.
Right.
He called me up. It was funny. I was actually in Connecticut, and I was going to L.A. the next day. And I was going back to L.A. and say, all right, I'm going back to L.A. I'm going to put a band together, and I'm getting back out there. Just like, because it's just been such a damn struggle. Every time I got, a couple of steps forward, I took a couple of steps back. And just so happens, Tom calls me that evening, Sunday night, and he says, hey, we're doing this movie, and I think that you would be the perfect guy for it. Would you be interested in checking it out? And I said, yeah, absolutely. I'll be in Los Angeles tomorrow at noon. I'll see you at the studio at 2. Went in at 2 o'clock, sang my ass off, and basically they gave me the job on the spot. So that worked out awesome. That was an excellent experience and fantastic working with those guys. So that's how it all came to be.
I tell you, it is a very good voice on that soundtrack.
Thank you.
Do you recall in 1992 when you had your accident in Halloween night? Do you remember anything of that? With that big truss falling on you?
Yeah, that was the, how would I say, the beginning of the end of Steelheart, of that era,
Right.
And the beginning of a whole nother journey. And it was very intense evening. It's like sitting backstage bleeding. Everyone's like freaking out crazy. And I was just sitting down before they took me to the hospital in a chair. And it was really bizarre, as if I'm sitting there speaking to myself or to someone else. And just basically questions of who I am, what I want to do, and where do I want to go. And it was almost as if I was given like a fork,
right,
in the road, and say, okay, which way would you like to go? If you want to go this way, it's a lot of work. It's going to be an insane amount of work, and you're going to have to do it by yourself till you get back up there. And if you go left, you can have a nice normal life, enjoy yourself. And honestly, I didn't even think twice. Of course, I took the other road. And it really, everything I saw at that moment in that chair, sitting in that chair, everything has been exactly the way I saw it all the way till now. So if the whole vision comes together the way I saw it there, it's going to be pretty intense. And, it was, shit. It's like everything revolved around that accident. Everything that's happening now is basically revolving from that space, you know. And I don't know if you're familiar at all that Dana Altman from North Sea Films, he's doing a movie on me.
Yeah.
So that's, you know, all from the journey of that.
What is good about that is gonna get you back known in a sense also with that documentary. Do you believe?
Yeah, I think I mean, hey, I'm honored. You know, it's wonderful that they came up and said, hey, we want to do this. So people are taking notice, you know, and it's nice to see. It really is nice to see after all these years and all this insane amount of hard work. It's nice to see that people are hearing the music and seeing what's going on. So,
on a different subject, what do you think of Metal Edge magazine closing its doors?
Well, you know, the magazine world is changing. Well, you know, it's just so, you know, everyone's on the internet. You got the phone, you got the TV right there. You know, in a good way. It's nice to, you know, save some paper, you know.
Right.
Some printing and all that and chemicals, and I think it's a good way. In a sad way is that, you know, I enjoy having a magazine in my hand, you know what I mean, and seeing a really good glossy picture of a live show or anything, you know, a studio, whatever have you. So, you know, I think it's just life, you know. We're evolving, moving forward. Things are changing, turning, you know. So,
in Hong Kong, your album Tangled in Rains, why was that album banned in Hong Kong or HMV due to legalities? You know that, right?
No, actually I don't.
Yeah, it's according to Hong Kong, this album has been banned in HMV due to legalities after the handover in '97, whatever that means.
Wow. You know, I couldn't even tell you that, buddy. That's a new one on me.
Well,
you know, that's definitely a new one. Excuse me one second.
Yep.
Interview, okay. Yeah, that'd be great. Yeah. Hey, sorry about that.
Hey, no problem. So
yeah, I didn't know that. That sucks, huh?
Yeah.
that album. You know, I tell you, that album and the Wait record hasn't even come to life yet.
Mm-hmm.
It really hasn't. So the Tangle in the Rains it died the second I got into that awful accident. You know, I know it was up like 300 and something thousand sales, and then right after the accident, it's as if I'd never existed. It was bizarre. It was the weirdest thing. So that album disappeared. They don't print it anymore. I'm trying to get the rights back to it so I can print it.
Right.
The Wait record as well was only released in Asia. And, of course, we did the movie We All Die Young. We used We All Die Young from the Wait record.
Mm-hmm.
So I think those two records, you know, are just about to come alive, you know, after the whole thing comes together better.
I sure hope so.
So, yeah. Well, I'm going to put that positive energy out there and see if it comes back, right?
That's good. And I'm sure with your positive energy, it shall be done.
We're going to keep going until we get it.
That's good. Any views on your tours lately? What are you going to be doing?
Yeah. Well,
big tours?
The shows that we're doing, right now, the agents are, they got us up for all the big shows, the big tours, the big shows. So it all comes down to, you know, business at this point. I would love to, my vision right now is to get on a major tour and, you know, just go out and bang out an hour and 10 minutes or something, you know, into, you know, the real tour, you know, like the arenas or the festivals and,
right.
You know, that kind of stuff. And we'll see. I don't have any word on it yet, but they are working on it. And I'm really, you know, got my fingers crossed that this summer is going to be busy. All right, man. Great talking to you.
Great talking to you. Have a good night.
Take care.
Bye.